Howdy folks, and welcome to another episode of Wandering Throttle. Now, at the end of the last episode I mentioned how I was going to go into a little bit more detail about the Scotland trip. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'll be going over the route, how we came up with the route, accommodation will be staying along the way, and then also a few of the things we'll be taking, just the necessities. But first, I'm going to mention how the trip came about. So at the end of the trip last year to the Lake District with Frosty, we discussed potentially taking another trip this year. Now, there was a few different areas battered about. There was Dartmoor, Scotland obviously, the Peak District, but we decided on Scotland. Now, the reason for that is obviously the scenic views, the great roads, but also it was easy to get to for Frosty. Now, unfortunately, it looks like Frosty isn't going to make it on this trip, and it's just going to be me, Mrs. Throttle, and Dan the man. Now, that might only be a small group, but I have no doubt we're going to have a great time anyway. So let's talk about the route. Now, the route originally was going to be over 3 days, and we were going to be doing about 350 miles per day. However, after a couple of conversations with Dan, we decided to extend that, so we would be doing it over 4 days, and we were cutting down the mileage per day. That means that each day we weren't going to be going from point A to point B. It meant that we would be stopping along the way to take in the scenery, visit different places, and look at a couple of the tourist traps potentially. So the route itself is going to start in the northeast of England, going to go over to the northwest, and then head up to Gretna. Now, at Gretna, we're going to pick up the Southwest 250, which is the North Coast 500's younger brother. It's going to take us round towards Port Patrick, where we're going to have a break, and then up towards Ayr, and then back in to Moffat. Now, for anybody who stopped at Moffat, you'll know exactly where we're going to be staying. It's the BUCCLEUCH Hotel. Now, the BUCCLEUCH is a hotel specifically set up for bikers. It's got bike garages out the back, it's got route rooms, it's got drying areas in case you get caught in any wet weather, which being Scotland, we probably will. It's essentially a hotel set up specifically for bikers. So that's going to be night one. Day two, we'll be heading up to Glencoe. To start off with, we're going to be going up the motorway to Glasgow, heading around Loch Lomond towards Inverary, round again up to Oban to Fort William and the Commando Memorial, and then we're going to be coming down to Kinlochleven, where we stop for night two. Now, in Kinlochleven, we've booked some glamping pods. They are self-catering, so we're going to have to stop somewhere and grab some food and some breakfast, but that'll be night two. That brings us on to day three, which is the beginning of the journey home. Now, day three, we're going to start by heading south on the A82, which is a fantastic biking road. I've never done it, I'm really looking forward to it, which will bring us down to the Green Welly. We're then going to head east towards the likes of Stirling and then Edinburgh, and then stopping at an Airbnb just outside of St Abbs. I'll tell you more about that at the time. It's the first time I've used Airbnb, so I'm quite excited about that. And then day four, we'll be heading straight back home down the east coast. Now, it sounds like quite a simple route. However, this is the product of hours and hours of planning with me and Dan the man. We've used things like maps, we've used our own personal knowledge, apps like Kalimoto, and also guidebooks like this one to look at different places that we can visit. And this will be coming along with me on the trip as well. Now, the route itself has gone through many different versions. We were planning on a complete coastal route, a complete inland route, a route that would cut out huge sections by taking the motorway, but we've decided on this one. It works best for everybody. It's not just riding routes for me, it's got plenty of breaks for Mrs. Throttle, and it's also got plenty of activities as well for Mr. Dan. All in all, I think it's going to be a fantastic little trip. But what am I bringing along with me? So, as I mentioned just now, my navigation will be on Kalimoto. We've already got the route planned on the desktop version, and it's been downloaded to my phone and it's ready to go. The phone will be up on the handlebars with the quad lock, and it'll be charging along the way. I'll also be bringing a paper map along with me, just in case for whatever reason we lose the phone. Now in terms of filming, I'll be taking the GoPro, I'll be taking my tripod, my DJI mics, and a few other gubbins to go along with them. Extra batteries, extra SIM cards, stuff like that. For the bike, I'll be taking the light lock, so anywhere we stop, that means I'll lock the bike up, it'll be safe. I'll be taking the bike cover as well, just in case. I'll be taking my tool roll, my puncture repair kit, first aid kit, and a tyre inflator. Hopefully I'll not need it, but it's there in case we do. Then we've got Dan's car. In Dan's car, I will be taking a jerry can full of reserve fuel. I have planned the route so every 100 miles or so we stop for fuel. However, you never know what you're going to meet, and it might be that one fuel stop doesn't have the right kind of fuel, so it's handy to have a backup. My luggage, I'm also planning on putting in Dan's car as well, which means I don't need to mount the luggage rack onto the back of the bike. I also have some white lithium WD-40 grease with me. For anybody who has a Indian Scout, you might know about the common fault with the ignition button. I have heard that if you put a little bit of white lithium grease in there, it'll keep things running nicely. So I'm going to take that as a little bit of a backup. Then obviously we'll have my biking gear, so that's your helmet, your car door, full protective equipment, and 2 sets of gloves, one for summer weather and one for rainy weather, because if we're going to Scotland, there's no doubt we're going to get caught in the rain at some point. And I think that's just about everything. Now, moving forward over the next couple of weeks, my videos will probably be a little bit less frequent, and that's just because I'm going to be editing the videos from the trip. I plan to do at least 4 videos, one for each day. Now, if that is something that you might be interested in, please drop me a subscribe, drop us a like, and I'll try and get those videos out to you as soon as I can. For the time being though, I'm going to head back inside. I'm going to get myself prepped, get everything charged, so we're ready to go. Right, I'm going to go for a brew. I'll see you in a few.